Good morning, y'all. Today, I swear I never do my prepared. Today is Thursday, June 20th, and it is 7:31. I'm trying to be out here by 7:30. And I'm mad because I would have, but I had to do some stuff with our alarm. It's Thursday. Sorry, that kind of, my thoughts are not, in order. But it was, I guess I'll say it was another successful wake up. I actually set my alarm last night for 6:55. And it went off, but of course hit the snooze, and I don't know if it went off at 7, but I know I did sleep a little through, and then I started dreaming again, so I didn't end up actually opening back up my eyes till 7:07. Then of course I laid in bed and I was like, dang, what if I just slept another extra 30 minutes? But then I thought about you guys, and I thought about having to film this video, and I was like, no, let me get up. But yeah, it still has not become easier to get up, but I'm still doing it, so I am proud of myself. I think it was because I was really sleepy yesterday, and I think I took a nap around 7 or so, and it was supposed to be just a 15-minute nap, and it ended up being a 40-minute nap. So I knew it was probably going to interfere with my actual sleep, because I did get in the bed at I think around 11:15ish or something like that, but I couldn't really fall asleep last night. But after my last check-in, I did complete everything that I was gonna say. I packed my Etsy order to ship, and which I'm gonna insert. I think I took a clip of that too, so I'm gonna insert just what I was packing. I did my 20-minute deep junk, and I think those are really the only two things that I had on my list. I downloaded another video, uploaded it to YouTube, so I'm proud because I didn't overload my to-do list, so I feel accomplished. So and then what else? I was watching this podcast yesterday, or listening to this podcast called Diary of a CEO. I cannot tell you the guy's name, but I watch him on Shark Tank. Sometimes I just binge Shark Tank episodes, because a long time ago I actually auditioned for Shark Tank, and I'll probably put that in another video with the felt art that I used to do. They actually came here to Atlanta, and they had auditions and stuff at the Fox Theater. And it's so funny now, because it's the art that I did, I did custom commissions and stuff for people's faces, or of faces, and I started doing other types of art. But I don't know, somebody had sent me the link, and they're like, hey, you should audition for this. So I actually went and I auditioned, and me and my friend got there at 3 o'clock in the morning, because there was a line of people that had lined up. And I had prepared my little spiel, taking my art. It was fun. This was over 10 years ago, y'all. And I had actually a clip, a video footage, because what is funny is, obviously I didn't make it on Shark Tank, but you went in, you kind of did your pitch to I guess, I don't know if it was producers or cast. It wasn't the cast from the show, but it was producers and stuff at different tables. So you made your pitch in front of them, and then the news was there. And it was a really, really cool experience. But the funny thing is, I think it was either sometime later that week, a friend of mine had messaged me on Facebook. She was like, I just saw you on the news. And it turns out that I actually made it on the news clip of, just the recap of the show. It was really, really cool. I hope I can find the clip, because I'll definitely insert it in here.
Idea, nearly 1,000 of them were on display on Sunday at the Fox Theater as the Shark Tank came to town. The Marshall family millionaires, will peculiar-looking faces of celebrities soon find their way into homes across the country. That's what
So cool.
You haven't.
But I went on a whole long tangent to say, I started binging Shark Tank episodes, and I also watch the episodes from the UK, from England too. And one of the judges, I can't remember his name, he's one of the younger, he's a young judge on there, young black judge, and oh gosh, I can't remember his name for anything like that. But anyways, I was watching his podcast, or I discovered his podcast, and I was like, oh, subscribed immediately. But this interview, he was talking to a lady that is a neuroscientist. And I mean, just the information that she was giving was just crazy. But I will plug in some of the interview that I was watching, because they started talking about accountability.
Energy hungry organ, okay, so it's always trying to use the path of least resistance. Let's say I'm an overthinker, okay, and you're asking me these questions, and I've got this voice in the back of my head saying, why is Stephen asking me that? What's he trying to get to? Is he trying to trick me? What I would try to do is silence that voice in my head and say, okay, in this podcast with Stephen, I'm going to focus on him. I'm going to take his questions for what they are, and I'm going to speak from my area of expertise. I'm not going to worry about that other stuff that, can go on in my head. And let's say this time I managed to do that 50% of the time. And then I go and do another podcast next week, and I manage to do it 75% of the time, and so on. Eventually, this new pathway that I've been building will become stronger than the one that I had before. And then every time I turn up for a podcast, I'll just be completely present and attentive, and I'll get to the end of it, and that's the new me now.
So behaviours that we repeat. So let's starting at the beginning of those 3 steps. The first step is becoming aware of the pattern in our lives. The second step is becoming really cognizant of the pain or the consequences of that pattern. And the third step is kind of like setting an intention for who we want to become and the goals we have, and then practicing it as much as possible.
Yeah.
And that is the 3 steps to...
The fourth, it's not a step, but the fourth factor is accountability. Okay. Because most people left to their own devices will give up on that process when it feels too hard.
Step 3.
Yeah.
That part.
So, with years of practice and journaling, I have become better at holding myself accountable. But for most people, there's got to be some external. So it could be a friend. One of the reasons I'm a big fan of doing these action boards is that there's a very tangible thing in front of you that with images of what you said you wanted to achieve this year, which you can clearly, and your friends and family can see at the end of the year whether you did or you didn't. And, of course, you can have an actual professional person that is there, like your language teacher, to hold you accountable to
and stuff like that. And I want to just spill out everything I read, but I don't want, or not read, everything I heard on that interview, all the interesting information. But I don't want to make this video too long. But so let's see. I don't know what I have on the agenda today, but I will definitely come back to recap. But I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and take care. Good morning, y'all. I'm gonna try and keep these videos short. But today is Friday, June 21st. It is 7:30. Today is accountability day, day 10. I have reached 10 days in my accountability journey. Woke up an hour early again this morning. It was very, very hard, but I got up. Yesterday I took it pretty easy. In the evening times, I don't really have too much to report. But I just hope everybody has a great day, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye.